Hi everyone, this is Lana. I was receiving this twin flame channeling today, and it's all about how and where the divine masculines are at this time. So I will jump right in. I was watching this movie. It's a samurai movie called 47 Ronin with Keanu Reeves. Maybe you have seen it. And through this movie I was watching it with my Akashic records open, and I love to do this because I receive many messages about the Twin Flame Collective and about the sacred couples and the Twin Flame journey. So what I was receiving was about the divine masculines. I asked what is going on with them at this time, and of course this is for the collective, so you may be in different phases in your journey, but overall the energy was for those of you who are in separation. I was seeing this part where the two of it's this love story, right? And the couple gets separated because of many things. It has to do with lineage, it has to do with dynastic templates, it has to do with the way society worked back then, and also how the government and the institutions worked back then. But what I was getting from this movie is that the divine masculine is sent away, is cast away, and he has to be fighting constantly with these creatures and these kind of humans, but semi-humans with like superpowers. And what is shown in the movie is that the divine masculine has this innate capacity to fight and to excel in his fighting skills through his spirituality and through his learning process through spirituality. So in the movie, Keanu Reeves, he's supposed to be abandoned in the woods, and these creatures, which are kind of like spiritual creatures, half human, half gods, adopt him, and they teach him all this spiritual knowledge, discipline, but they also teach him how to kill, basically, how to be a warrior. And he vows to never use his superpowers, and then he escapes this place and he goes out into the world. And then in the world, because he's they call him a half-breed because he's not fully Japanese. He is outcasted, and he's made less than what he actually is, and he doesn't use his spiritual power for any of that. So through the movie, because of the love he feels for this queen, for this princess, through that love, he is awakened, and he starts using all the tools that he has gotten through his journey. And at the end of the movie, there's this scene where he's fighting this demon, and the demon has actually is a woman, or she's actually a witch, which reminds me of the KARMICs. And the moment the KARMIC is putting the divine feminine in danger, he, the divine masculine, brings all his strength forward, and he finally uses his superpowers or his spiritual powers in order to protect the divine feminine. So this for me speaks a lot about how the journey is perfectly designed, how we are on perfect timing, and how for both parties, for both the divine masculine and the divine feminine, this journey is about bringing out the best in you. And in order to bring out the best in you and your higher qualities and your divine qualities, sometimes we need to bring out first our shadow selves. So it's like this journey puts you into a place where you have to really face yourself, face your demons, face your past, and make peace with your past so that the new can enter. And the guide or the thread that goes from one point to the other is always your awakening and your spirituality. The more you awaken to your true gifts, to your powers, to your divine presence, to your divinity, the more tools you have to navigate the journey. And this applies both for divine masculine and divine feminine. So what I'm seeing currently of the divine masculine energies is that they are in a place where they are starting to realize many things. They are starting to awaken to their spiritual path. And many of them are in this place where they are starting to feel a little bit more stable, but they're still fighting many things from the past, and they're still having to take a look at their past relationships, at karmic relationships, at the relationships with their mother or father. And there are some behavioral issues that are coming up to the surface from childhood imprinting, from childhood trauma. And they are given the chance now, many through pretty adverse circumstances. I was seeing for some, and it's not for everybody, but I was shown some like accidents, little accidents, nothing really bad, but unexpected things that happen to you, that happen to the divine masculine, so that he is forced to see the light. I was getting the message that divine masculines are no longer, they can no longer hide their eyes. They cannot longer hide from the light. So if they were hiding in the last couple of years or in the last couple of months, there's something that is going to develop in their lives that is going to really force them to take a look at the light in their lives, to really step out of the shadows with this new identity, with this new power and this new strength. So some of them are still going back and forward between one of these states and the other, but I think most of them are coming out of this fully healed and realizing that through this healing from the past, they have a new perspective on everything. They have a new outlook, and they are going to see the divine feminine again. It's like they were hiding their eyes, they were hiding so much from the light that the divine feminine represents. But through these changes that are going on right now, there's going to be this shift in the energy, and they are going to see the divine feminine again, and they are going to realize all the time that they were hiding. They're going to realize that they were hiding, because for many of them this hiding was unconscious, and they are really going to be shown the truth of what the karmics are as well. In this movie, what I referred to as a karmic, she was actually this witch, or this shapeshifter, they call them, that she could be any animal she wanted to be and impersonate any person. Like, she could shift her outside appearance for her own will, for her own sake, and for her own advantage. in the movie, Keanu Reeves, or the Divine Masculine, the first moment he sees this wolf, he knows that that is the energy of a witch, because he has this spiritual knowledge from within, because he was trained in these things. And for many, what this translates to is the divine masculines have a really heightened intuition, and they are very sensitive souls. So maybe if they were blinded before, or they didn't want to see, or they were giving themselves to darkness, or they were experimenting their shadow, now it's like they are opening their eyes fully. Their eyes are being opened, and they're being shown this truth, or they are recognizing the truth of their own intuition. What they always knew, they knew that this was not it. They knew that this was a path that was going to lead them to the light, but it was apart from the shadows still. So they are really going to recognize that in all these karmic situations, and they are given all the tools. They have all the tools, everything they need right now to be able to move out of these situations and leave them in the past for good. So that is really positive. I was also seeing that for the divine feminines, it's very important that you support as much as you can energetically the union process, that you stand in your light, that you heal your wounds, that you heal your lack of faith, your lack of hope, anywhere that you feel discouraged at this time. Try to heal this. If you need assistance, there are many people out there helping. I'm here for you as well. And I really encourage you to find help if you are not able to do this alone, because we are also here to support each other. All the divine feminines, we are healing each other as well, and the divine masculines are healing themselves as a collective as well. And it's very crucial that we recognize the twin flame clan and the awakened souls, and that we can relate to them even if we don't know anything about them. We are still in the same journey, and we're carrying the same frequencies, and we're carrying the same mission. Overall, in the end, we have the same mission. So I was being shown that the divine feminine can really help the divine masculine right now through her energy, through healing, through sending him love, compassion, and a lot of truth, sending him protection, but also through helping other divine masculines. If you're not able to help your divine masculine directly, you can assist in your life. If you have any other divine masculines there, they could be even your sons, your cousins, your friends, acquaintances. But if you recognize the twin flame energy in them, try to help them, try to assist them, because the divine masculine energy is really going through a lot of changes, and they need a lot of guidance, a lot of support, but also a lot of love, a lot of nurturing, a lot of tenderness. This is something that the divine masculine collective has always been kind of denied from. He has always been the stronger one, the one who had to go and fight, the one who had to go to war, and he was built to do this, and he was conditioned mentally to do this and to push his feelings aside. But now that the feminine energy is bringing the light in to all of these things, the divine masculines are having an awakening of their emotions. They are their emotional bodies are being merged with all of the rest of their bodies, and they are embodying their divine feminine aspects from within. So they are in big need of love, protection, feeling safe, feeling that they have someone to talk to, someone where they can just rest their head. So if you can be that for your divine masculine, energetically or in the 3D, and if you can be that for other divine masculines in any way that you can, please do so, divine feminines, because it will not only assist them, but through your assistance you are assisting the collective, and you are indirectly helping your divine masculine. All this love, everything that you feel for him, if you translate it to anything else, if you put it into your work, if you put it into your relationships, if you put it into your day-to-day life, this unconditional love will be felt by your divine masculine. It will help, and it will have a ripple effect in everything you do, in everything you touch, and in everything you see. So that's something that I was getting very strongly for both the twins. And for the divine feminine, I have been getting a lot of the need to heal and to release. It's more actually about releasing anger from the past, from any situations in your life. A lot of healing with the mother, a lot of healing with the father, but anything that you experienced in your life as a child, anything that ever made you angry, because this may also be about past lifetimes. But if you can do a ritual or a practice or do some healing, some cathartic healing to release any lingering anger, resentment, and especially the energy of anger. If you can do something to release this, it will be very, very helpful right now, and it will ascend you to a higher timeline where you can be more of a support for yourself, for other divine feminines, and of course for your divine masculine and for other divine masculines. So as a collective, the divine feminines, we are healing anger templates. Okay, so this is really, really crucial right now. If you can focus on releasing and healing this, you can do work with the violet flame to transmute. And there are also other practices. If you need help with this, also I'm here. You can write to me and we can talk about it, or we can have a session together. I would be honored. Also, the past lives are coming in all the time. I see this with all my clients when I do healings. But it's a good thing because we are healing all past lifetimes right now that it's like we're healing the parts that were focused in negative polarity, and we are bringing forth and retrieving our own power from the positive polarity of that lifetime. So for example, if you were, I don't know, a witch in one lifetime, and you can do white magic or black magic, but if you were a witch and you had a lot of power, anything negative that you did, we are healing this, but we are retrieving the power, the wisdom, and the knowledge from that lifetime, and we're integrating it into our higher selves. Okay, so you may be having dual experiences, like having memories or dreams from past lifetimes where maybe you went through a lot of darkness and trauma, but at the same time you're coming out of this lifetime with the knowledge, with the healing, and with all the power that you gained from it. So if you can do this consciously while you are experiencing these past lifetimes, this can really help you to really anchor your power, retrieve your power, and be in your divine essence as much as possible. So I will leave you with that, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day, and if you like this channeling, please like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate that. And I'm sending you a lot of love, a lot of strength, a lot of courage, and a lot of wisdom, so that you may reconnect with your divine essence. And I hope that you are guided and you receive many miracles and many blessings today. Much love.